educate them, not our enemies. I am 1,000,000% opposed to any cracker educating black people.
That's 100% real, family. Yeah, not every white person is a cracker. Crackers are white supremacists. That's the name they gave themselves by cracking the whip. But any white person in power that is deliberately infusing themselves in the education system to teach black children, that's a white supremacist, family. White supremacy seeks to dominate and terrorize in all 9 areas of activity, like Neely Fuller has taught us: education, entertainment, economics, politics, labor, law, sex, and war, and religion. Education is the first area of activity, family. The human brain is a visually associating organism in the conscious mind. If you're sending black children to be educated bullshit by those that look like motherfuckers who have terrorized their ancestors and are terrorizing them to this day, you're sabotaging them. This should be common sense. Name a Jew that is going to send their children to be taught by a fucking Nazi.
That's my position. And it is not going to be rectified by appointing a black chancellor over a white school system. That's not going to rectify it, and we should not fall for it. We got to come up with something more concrete than that. That's not going to rectify. We've had too many Negro figureheads over white vampires. And that has to come to an outright end.
Same shit we dealing with in 2021. This video was recorded in the early 90s, family. Same shit we dealing with now. That's the NAACP, the Congressional Black Talkers, those fucking clowns. Any black organization that white people in the government elevate, they're your fucking enemy. They're there to deflect, distract, and to mislead you.
And the Negroes that are advocating this kind of nonsense should be addressed and told that something else got to come, because we're through with these pipe dreams. Our problem is the Board of Miseducation itself, and we need to demand that all of these crackers in our communities vacate as soon as possible. That's my position, and we take over our own affairs. Because nobody who is in his or her right mind could expect your enemy to do anything but damage your mind. That's all, in one form or another. Nobody. And I am extremely concerned about it. I don't make no bones about it. A lot of these rainbow Negroes out here are trying to play both sides of the fence instead of coming down the middle and telling the truth. And that's what it's going to take now. Let these crackers know that we are sick and tired of them. Now, I know some people are getting a little upset over that. But if 400 years in America haven't taught you anything, it'll at least tell you that these crackers are snakes and will bite. And will bite. Edo was laying out there with this white woman trying to protect Furman. When he got the tapes, he found out they were talking about his wife. Bit him in his own butt. Because snakes will bite anybody. It will bite anybody. The first thing we need to do is to get away from around them, because they are absolutely not fit, based on their record, to be around anybody. They are not human based on their records. And there's no need of us trying to masquerade and play them up. Their record speaks for itself. We didn't make crackers like this, they made themselves. We're not at fault for what they've done. And so I just want to thank the Guardian and to let you know that we have committed ourselves to having a retreat next year that is at least 5 times stronger, because we are in serious work now on really improving. It takes some time to iron out wrinkles, but we are on our way now, and I have given a mandate, and they know that they have started to work right now. We are not waiting until the last minute to build an educational system. That is an ongoing process. That's an ongoing process. And not only that, but we also are very blessed that we have a rites of passage program that is going on right now. So the Freedom Retreat did not end. It just started. And it's not seasonal. It's all year round. So we are for real. And as soon as we can get our people to start really investing so that we can buy a substantial building, we will really be on our way. We'll really be on our way. I really want, and I think that we deserve the kind of commitment that you give to your preachers on Sunday. If y'all can go out and build all of these edifices for your preachers on Sunday who are not doing nothing for you other than confusing your mind, it is amazing to me why we can't build one building for the liberation of black people. I can't understand that. We can build all of these edifices all over this city, and we can't build one building for the liberation of our people. It's hard for me to understand what's wrong with us. If 500 or 600 people can build these multi-million edifices, you mean to tell me that 2 million Africans in this city can't build one liberation building in this town? You mean to tell me that you can have more confidence in Reverend Ike than you can Alton Maddox? Because that's what you're doing. Ain't none of these Negro preachers put their life on the line for you. But you can trust them. You can trust them. But somebody who's trying to put everything on the line with no resources, then you're going to lay back and say, let's kill him. I was on bar with Reverend Flake last night. And I think that Reverend Flake is doing a lot of good out in Queens. But I don't think Reverend Flake is any more committed to black people than I am. I don't think that. And Reverend Flake told me last night that they are in the process of building even a new church. They're building a new church. We can't even get in a closet. Do you think Reverend Flake will be standing up for black people? He didn't get a salary. Do you think any of these other preachers that you know in this town would do for you if they were not getting a salary? Even with a 6-figure salary, if you wanted to get married, you would still have to cough up another $1,000. And y'all do. All of these preachers can build buildings just like that. We've been here over 8 years. And you have to beg people to come off a penny. There's something wrong. You can put all of these Negro preachers in a bag, and all of them combined would not measure up to what I have done in this town. And they know that. They ain't about to put nothing on the line for you and nobody else. Police is tearing down their churches right now, and they ain't saying a mumbling word. not against what you do on Sunday. But don't tell me that you can't help us build a liberation building in this town for black people. I sent out a letter the other day. Negro said, I don't want him writing me a letter like that. Well, get lost. Get lost. Because that ain't the only letter you're going to get. You're going to get one nastier than that. Don't worry about some Negro getting mad. You ain't seen a letter yet. These are serious times. And I can't understand how when people are just trying to be serious, nobody's trying to make a dollar here. Nobody's trying. You can look at the obligations and know that every week. When you look at what this week right here, bringing this brother in, which I think is important, well, we just travel and transportation over $1,200 coming from California. But that ain't no big thing. I know preachers that get $10,000 a sermon right here in this town. So paying somebody transportation of $1,200 ain't nothing. Any jackleg preacher would throw $1,200 back in your face. That's right. You go down to one of these storefronts and offer a jackleg preacher $1,200. You see, he whipped you down Fulton Street. I'm serious. You know, there's too many of y'all been having your head in the sand lately. Reverend Stratford raped a multitude of black women up there in Harlem. And he's still out there in Long Island with a mansion, living off of black folks' money. I was reading about the Emmett Till story. This man, Roy Bryant, who went in the house and took Emmett Till out and killed him, stripped him, beat him to death. Body found decomposed. When he got out of all of the indictments and left town for a few years, came right back to that same town, opened a store, and you couldn't get in there for black folks. Emmett Till's murderer. Right there in the Delta, nothing but blacks. Came right back to the same community. We need to check ourselves out. Because we are doing it to ourselves. Our value system is just messed up. And we need to correct it. And the only thing, like as I said before, I am serious about building something in this town. I'm serious about it. And I'm serious because I know what that would do to the minds of young people. To be able to come to a center of learning, an African-centered center, and know that it was built by our people, and see the struggles of our people all over the world, and know that belongs to us. I know that would do for our children. I know what it would do for the high school and public school children to be able to come and see that. That's my dream. You got to build some pride in people, and you got to build in order to do that. You got to show them something. This has to be built all over this city so that they know that we are the great builders of this world, built civilization. And that's significant. No, I haven't given up. I haven't given up. Sometimes when they look at the offering, they say, Brother Max, I don't know why in the world you keep booking people and putting money out like that when your own people, 500-600 people coming to a theater and won't give a damn. But you got to keep pushing. You can't stop. Because you see, you're the only people I have. Good or bad, I can't go nowhere else. I can't be respected among the Chinamen or the Korean or the Jews or the Arabs. So you got to work with what you have. Harriet Tubman didn't have to keep going back to the South, beating people over the head to drag them out of the South. But they were all that she had. Booker T. Washington didn't have to build a Tuskegee Institute for black people, but that's all he had. Dr. King didn't have to march. Malcolm X didn't have to die, but that's all they had. And that's reality. If you think that you can escape this, you're wrong. So we are very blessed tonight. We are continuously blessed. Whatever happens, we have to keep telling our story. We have to keep learning it. Because you got to first know who you are before you know where you're headed and where you know you can head. If you are a donkey, you know you don't belong on the Kentucky Derby racetrack. You got to first know who you are. If you're a donkey, you know to get out in that field and start plowing. So that's why we are here, to reconnect our past and to be so blessed that we are growing despite people. The slave theater and what we're doing here is growing despite people. And that's the beauty of it. It's life full of struggle. It's a life full of struggle.